So the last couple weeks or so on the channel, I've been doing a lot of different rankings. Every position ended with the top 50 players in Major League Baseball. And the viewers, you guys, you definitely had some opinions. You put them in the comment section down below and you had stuff to say, which is completely fine. That's what I want on this channel, right? But today I want to flip the script. I want to see what your guys' rankings are, put them in the spotlight, and I want to go through them and give you my opinions on your rankings. As well as the comment section, let them have it. Let them know what you think about their rankings as well. Now, what sparked this whole video idea, this whole conversation that I wanted to do was probably the worst rankings I've ever seen in my life, and that's courtesy of @Urshelistan on Twitter. I don't think he ever thought this was going to happen, but oh my goodness, these rankings were unbelievable. You're briefly seeing them on the screen now. Don't worry, we'll go through them all. So I think I got probably about 100 different rankings from people. We're going to go through the list. So I think I got sent about 100 different rankings from people on Twitter. I'm not going to be able to cover every single one, but we're just kind of going to randomly go through them and see what they look like. This is going to be fun. I finally get to give my opinion on your guys' rankings. As always, if you guys do enjoy this video, make sure to leave a like on it. That's the best way to show your support. Subscribe if you're new and you enjoy the content. If you love baseball, click that sub button, join the team. Remember to get in the comment section down below. Give your opinion on other people's rankings today. We're not talking about mine. We're talking about theirs. And remember, you can follow me on Twitter and Instagram @GiraffeNeckMarc. Links in the description so that if I ever do another video like this, you guys can get involved yourself. I also want to give a quick shout out to the sponsor of today's video, Audible. Audible has the world's largest selection of audiobooks and audio entertainment, including Audible originals. And with the convenient Audible app, you can listen to audiobooks or audio entertainment anywhere you go. It's on any device, Alexa enabled, Bluetooth enabled, so you can be in the gym, you can listen to it in the car, on an airplane, wherever you go, Audible can go with you. You guys know I'm a huge Mets fan and my favorite player of all time is Mike Piazza. I'd encourage you to download the audiobook for Long Shot, the book by Mike Piazza. Really interesting story about his career. He started from the bottom and became a Hall of Famer. You can start listening to all these audiobooks yourself with a 30-day free trial from Audible. You can choose one audiobook and 2 Audible originals absolutely free. Visit audible.com/giraffe or text giraffe to 500-500 to receive your 30-day free trial. Listening to audiobooks is a much better experience. I love it. Remember, go to audible.com/giraffe or text giraffe to 500-500 to claim your 30-day free Audible trial today. So let's get started with the worst rankings I've ever seen of all time, courtesy of Urshelistan on Twitter. He put out his top 50 players in Major League Baseball, and it doesn't start off too bad. Mike Trout at number 1, Christian Yelich 2, Bellinger 3, Bregman 4. Here's where it gets interesting. Marcus Semien 5, Ketel Marte 6. Above guys like Mookie Betts, Aaron Judge, Matt Chapman, Ronald Acuna, Anthony Rendon, Trevor Story, George Springer. The list goes on and on. After one good season for these guys, he threw Marcus Semien and Ketel Marte in the top 10. Marcus Semien in the top 5. Oh, I have a huge problem with that. It gets really interesting too as we go further down the list. Because let's jump down to number 16, where Nolan Arenado comes in as the 16th best player in Major League Baseball in his opinion. Behind DJ LeMahieu, behind Ketel Marte. I mean, like, some of the guys that Nolan Arenado is behind is crazy. Max Muncy's at 17. Very high in my opinion. Then you got Jorge Polanco at 18. There's layers to this rankings. It gets worse and worse as you get deeper. And here is, without doubt, the worst ranking of the entire list. Take a look at number 26. Francisco Lindor. Francisco Lindor, a top 10 player in baseball without a doubt. 26? Oh my goodness, do you watch baseball? What's happening? Does this guy watch baseball? Colton Wong at 28? So Colton Wong is only 2 spots worse than Francisco Lindor on your rankings? How? On what planet? Nick Ahmed at 31? What? Nick Ahmed? Willie Adames made this list. Mark Canha gets put ahead of Freddie Freeman? Like, this list is crazy. Hold on. Brett Gardner made the top 50. Brett Gardner, I understand you're at his Urshelistan, but Brett Gardner, 47th? You didn't even put Gio Urshela ahead of him, who's probably a better player. Mitch Garver made the list. Jonathan VR. You can see why I'd want to do this video, because this list is without a doubt the worst top 50 ranking list I've ever seen. So now let's take a look at some of the ones that were actually sent to me and see if they can compete with this for the crown of the worst, because this is going to be tough. This is the worst rankings I've ever seen. Like, oh, do you watch baseball? All right, so we're gonna take a look at the list sent in by @xfishington on Twitter. It's gonna be his top 25 players. Mike Trout, Christian Yelich, Mookie Betts, Bregman, Rendon, off to a pretty decent start. It may not be exactly what I had as my rankings, but I can understand it. Nothing egregious. We get outside the top 10 now, and we got Francisco Lindor there. Again, I have a huge problem with him not being a top 10 player. One of the best fielding shortstops in the league. Obviously, one of the best offensive shortstops in the league. Steals bases. He's literally a complete player. There's no reason he shouldn't be inside the top 10. JD Martinez at 13. Now, that's an issue here. I had JD Martinez in my top 50 rankings, but to put a DH inside the top 15 is wild. You need to be hitting at such an insanely high level to be ranked this high, and JD Martinez just isn't doing that. Like, you need Barry Bonds numbers at the plate when he was juicing. JD's not doing that. 19 Pete Alonso, you guys know I love me some Big Meat Pete, but I think that's a little high. I think we need to pump the brakes here. I'm seeing a little bit of a trend. He kind of likes the power hitters a little bit here because we saw JD Martinez early. I love some Pete, but he's not a top 20 player in the league right now, especially playing first base. The value's just not there. Jose Altuve, Freeman, Springer, Eugenio Suarez is a little bit high again, but it seems like you really like the power hitters. And then Patrick Corbin at 24. Oh, I don't know about that one. Patrick Corbin at 24 is interesting, and then Acuna after him. I don't like this list. It's not one of the worst, but this is not a great list. All right, at 2025 World Series champs actually gave me a top 50 ranking, so we're going to briefly skim through it, see what he's got. Top 10, Trout, Bellinger, Yelich, Lindor, Betts, Arenado, Rendon, Chapman, Bregman, Soto. Soto might be a little bit high, Bregman a little bit down, but for the most part, there's nothing egregious in your top 10 that's crazy. Marcus Semien at 13 feels a little bit high still. Misspelled Bogarts' his name. Yes, I'm going to be critiquing spelling as well. Chris Bryant a little high in my opinion. I had him in the 40s. I wasn't happy about my ranking there, but 14's a little high in my opinion. Eugenio Suarez coming in front of Aaron Judge is absolutely asinine. Yes, he hit 50 home runs last year, Eugenio Suarez, and Aaron Judge has had some injury problems, but Aaron Judge is without a doubt a better player than Eugenio Suarez. Ooh, hold on a second. 25, Jorge Soler. If we take a look at the list, that means Jorge Soler is the best DH in Major League Baseball, which no, that's not the case. He had a fantastic year last year, but he still wasn't even the best DH in baseball last year. Nelson Cruz, JD Martinez still are the kings of the DH position in Major League Baseball. Is nuts. Like, DJ LeMahieu is a better player. Anthony Rizzo is a better player. Gleyber Torres, Josh Donaldson. Pretty much everyone you have listed below him is better. Don't like that one bit. Joey Gallo at 33. You must play MLB The Show because, let's be honest, he shouldn't be that high. Got a lot of talent, but he's not that good. Yasmani Grandal at 35. Where's JT Realmuto? Okay, JT Realmuto's 32. Grandal at 35 feels really pushing it. Ozuna at 38. Don't agree with that one bit. He's had some bad years. No way is he better than Matt Olson. Nelson Cruz finally makes it there all the way down at 44. So that's what I don't understand is the value here. And then the bottom 50. I mean, I don't really care about that, but some problems with that one too. Jorge Soler's crazy high. Let's take a look at another list here. Let's try to just get a straight up top 25. All right, at Weber Garrett sent me in his top 25 players. Trout, Yelich, Bellinger, Betts, Bregman, Arenado, Rendon, DeGrom, Lindor, Cole. No problems with the top 10. I don't agree with the exact spots, but I got no issues. Yeah, see, here we go again. Ketel Marte getting a very, very high rating after one really good season. I have a feeling that a lot of the people are really counting on 2019 as being like the big factor for where they're putting guys. I can't put Ketel Marte in front of guys who have done pretty much what he did last year for multiple years. Marte at 17 feels like you're pushing it a little bit. The one that's really questioning me here is Shaw at 20. If we go to Baseball Reference and look up guys with the name Shaw, it pretty much comes down to Travis Shaw and Brian Shaw. Neither of those guys are top 50 players, let alone top 20. Maybe it's a misspelling, but I'm very confused on what Shaw is here at number 20. Not the worst rankings, pretty good though for the most part, just some crazy stuff here and there, but it feels like it's probably personal preference at that time. Alright, so Cameron Heinen has sent me in their top 50 as well. Let's take a look. We got Mike Trout, Christian Yelich, Mookie Betts. Acuna at 4 is high. I'm not gonna lie, Acuna at 4 feels a little bit high for me, but I get what you're seeing. He is a star player in Major League Baseball. That's not where I would put him, and that's not where most people would put him, but I'm not gonna say that's crazy, because as I look further down this list, there's some crazy picks. Like Trey Turner at number 10. Now, here's why Trey Turner at 10 is crazy, because if you look at number 12, Francisco Lindor is at 12. There's no world where Trey Turner is a better shortstop than Francisco Lindor. There's nowhere on planet Earth. That's just not right. That's wrong. Same thing with Rafael Devers. There's no world where Rafael Devers is better than Francisco Lindor. Stop it. What is with the weird Francisco Lindor propaganda that he's not good or not as good as he really is? What is happening? Garrett Cole 13, Story 14, DeGrom at 16. Whoa. We got Verlander and Garrett Cole ahead of Jacob DeGrom. Incorrect, wrong. Look at the numbers from the last 2 years. DeGrom is easily the best pitcher in baseball. I won't allow that. Don't you tell me bias in the comments. DeGrom is the best pitcher the last 2 years. It's not even a debate. Eugenio Suarez coming in again, almost in the top 20, pretty high. Walker Buehler at 23, a little higher than I'd like. I don't think he's really like... You're talking about in that top 20 players in the league. You're talking about a Cy Young candidate. He's having good seasons. He's not at that Cy Young level just yet. Tatis at 24 is a little high too, putting him ahead of Jose Altuve, but I love me some Fernando Tatis Jr. Scherzer at 27 feels low, especially when you have like Ketel Marte and Strasburg at 31, which I'm not crazy about those rankings. Those are pretty decent, actually. Alonso at 32, not bad. Gleyber should be ahead of Pete, I'm not gonna lie. Same thing with Aaron Judge. Jose Ramirez at 36 is very low. Not the worst list, but I also am not crazy about this one. Trey Turner inside inside the top 10 endeavors ahead of Francisco Lindor is wild to me. All right, Brian Reno at BD Arms 97. Let's see what you got here. Mike Trout, Mookie Betts, Bellinger, Yelich, Arenado, Chapman, and Simeon 6 and 7. Ugh, don't like that. I know there's a lot of hype around Chapman, and some people will have him inside the top 10, so I'm not gonna say that one's crazy. I don't agree with it. Simeon, though, inside the top 10 is crazy to me after one really good season. I think he's probably a top 20 guy. I don't even remember where I put him, but that's high. Bregman 9, fine. Lindor, yeah, see, like, you can't put Simeon ahead of Lindor. You can't. Because if you think Marcus Simeon is good, you have to think Lindor is better, because one, he's done it for longer, he's more consistent, steals bases, plays better defense, better hitter. Ugh, see, that's the problem. But Ketel Marte, again, making appearance at 11, that's very high. What is with the Ketel Marte love? I get it, he's good, but that's too high. Matt Olson, misspelled at 12, is way too high. Pete Alonso at 13, way too high. Freddie Freeman 14 is fine, but you put Olson and Pete Alonso ahead of Freddie Freeman? You trying to tell me they're better first basemen? Because they're not. It's just, interesting. Whoa, Rendon at 16. That is very low. Yeah, Rendon at 16 is crazy. And then Tatis is at 17. Whit Merrifield, 18. Joey Gallo, 19. Joey Gallo, 19? This isn't MLB The Show, people. This is real-life baseball. You can look at numbers. You can look at stats. Joey Gallo, 8-19. Got Devers at 20. Man. Oh, whoa! Brian Reynolds cracking the top 50, let alone the top 25 at 24. All right. Yeah, I think we're done with this list. Let's move on. That one, Brian Reynolds, 24. Might be a little my fault because I did hype him up a bit, but jeez. Let's try to find, is there like a good list here? Alex Sneh? I don't know how to pronounce your name, but at Sneh, Alex, let's see what you got. Trout, Yelich, Bellinger, Betts, Rendon, DeGrom, Bregman, Lindor, Arenado, Cole, Judge at 11, Verlander, LeMahieu's very high at 13. Let's pump the brakes, guys. LeMahieu had one season where he was playing at a relatively MVP type level. That doesn't mean he's top 15 in the league, though. We put him ahead of Ronald Acuna. Are we serious? And Max Scherzer. Gleyber Torres at 17. Again, feels high. Harper at 18. I actually don't really dislike. Strasburg, Baez, Rizzo, Freeman, Soto, Realmuto. Ooh, whoa, okay. I think we found a Yankee fan here because we get down towards these rankings and they're starting to get a little crazy. Like Gary Sanchez only one spot behind JT Realmuto. Yikes. Manny Machado at 28. I know he's not a Yankee, but that's just not a good ranking right there. Maybe last year, but Gary Sanchez at 26, LeMahieu at 13. These are some aggressive rankings for the Yankees players. We'll do a few more here. We got Wolfpack Gaming 21 on Twitter. Trout, Yelich, Bellinger, Bregman, Betts. Judge, 6 is high, but it's understandable. He has that potential to be that kind of player. Top 10, no real issues here, although it looks like this is going to be only hitters, so I got to keep that in mind. LeMahieu at 11, again, just very, very high. That's not where he belongs. And Harper at 12, too high. And oh, JT Realmuto at 13. I got a feeling that this guy was just kind of going through teams at this point, because why are you bunching Harper and Realmuto together? That doesn't make sense, especially inside the top 15 for hitters in the game. No way. Freeman, Altuve, Ketel Marte getting a lot of love again. A little too high in my opinion. Alonso a little bit too high. JD Martinez way too high. Nelson Cruz way too high. Seems like you're thinking of the positions now. You're like, who hit a lot of home runs last year? I can see the way you're thinking of these lists. Chapman and Simeon, the bunching up of teams again. McNeil at 26. That's very high, especially ahead of Gleyber Torres. I love Jeff McNeil. He does exactly what we need him to, but he's not better than Gleyber Torres. It's obvious. Tim Anderson at 29 ahead of Javi Baez. I don't understand the reasoning behind that one. How can a guy who's had one good year out of a 6-year career of being terrible go ahead of Javi Baez, who has been an MVP type player and has really good numbers? It's like you guys don't think about it sometimes, and I'm not taking shots at you, but you're not thinking. Abreu at 31 ahead of Goldschmidt's just not, no. Machado 33, no. Hold on, what? Okay, clearly we got a Chicago White Sox fan here. It's gotta be right, because you got Tim Anderson, 1 spot ahead of Baez. Then you had Jose Abreu 3 spots ahead of Anthony Rizzo. That's just wrong. That's incorrect. No. Whit Merrifield, Blackman, you spelled Suarez's name wrong. A lot of Joey Gallo love again. Grandal, where's Realmuto? Oh yeah, you put him at 13. That's right. Grandal, whatever. Keston Hiura, good, but no. Lorenzo Cain, and then Jorge Polanco and Mitch Garver, a top 46. All right. Yeah, no. Clearly bunching up teams here. I don't know what I think about this list, but I don't like it. All right, it's Pacers 24. Top 20 list. Trout, Betts, Yelich, Bellinger, Arenado, Bregman, Rendon, Lindor, DeGrom, Verlander. I like that list a lot. Looks a little familiar to a list that I know of. 11, Chapman, a little high, but, you know, Matt Chapman, a lot of people are big on. Cole, Acuna, Scherzer, Freeman, Baez, Soto, Altuve, Judge, Harper. I don't necessarily agree with every single spot here, but right now, it's Pacers. You're getting the award for the best list that I've seen thus far this video. That's gonna get some claps. So let me just start off by saying it's never good when you say probably some unpopular opinions in here, but yeah, at the one and only SMF, let's see what you got. This is gonna be interesting, I got a feeling. All right, so we got Trout, Yelich, and then we go to Garrett Cole at 3. Okay, no. Garrett Cole's not the 3rd best player in baseball. Rendon at 4. Yeah, no, I don't agree with that either. Bellinger 5, fine. Betts 6. Yeah, no. Strasburg at 7. Also misspelled his name. No, Strasburg is not the 7th best player in baseball. He's also not the 2nd best pitcher in your mind. Maybe he is in your mind, but actually in the grand scheme of baseball, no, he's not the number 2 pitcher in the league. Arenado 9, Rendon 10. Okay, Rendon's on here twice. He's that good. He can be on there twice. Rizzo 12. That's very high. Okay, Yasmani Grandal at 13. Don't think he's the best catcher in baseball, and definitely not the 13th best player. I just don't know what you could be watching with him and think that he's number 13. Ketel Marte at 14. Is this video just going to be about how high we can rank Ketel Marte? Because it's very high, apparently. Baez 15. Contreras. Oh, Wilson Contreras at 16. Did JT Realmuto disappear? Where's JT Realmuto if you're having these guys this high? Ah, okay. No. And then, Josh Hader at 17. No. Josh Hader can't be 17th. Pete Alonso can't be 18th. Bregman 20th. Alex Bregman 20th? What are we talking about? Okay. All right. And then he did say, I forgot Bregman. He's actually like 5 or 6. All right. At least you fixed the Bregman thing, but you forgot Verlander, Scherzer, and Soto. Gotcha. Makes sense. Obnoxious New York sports fan at Tuesday morning. They gave me a top 50 here. Mark Trout way ahead of everybody, which that's just true. Yelich, Betts, Bellinger, Arenado, Bregman, Lindor, DeGrom, Cole, Rendon. I like your top 10 a lot. That's a good list. As I'm going through it more and more, like these names really it's not that bad. Bogarts, Baez, Springer, Harper. I am okay with this list thus far. Marte at 25. That's a fine spot to put him. I think you can put him there. Strasburg, Buehler a little bit higher than I like. Ooh, Michael Brantley at 28. Big disagree with that one. That feels very high for Michael Brantley. Realmuto, Jose Ramirez feels a little bit low. Whit Merrifield feels a little high. Corey Seager, a little high, but yes, we know Corey Seager can be a very good player, so I see the thought process behind it at least. Mike Clevenger, Nelson Cruz, Giancarlo, Trey Turner, Austin Meadows. I'm not huge on him, but he had a great year. Josh Bell, good year, but again, you gotta look more into it. Paddock, Moncada. This isn't a bad list. This is actually pretty decent. I think Donaldson's way too low at 46, but for the most part, I think you've got a pretty good idea of what's going on in Major League Baseball. Props to you. Another very solid list. All right, I'm going to give you the benefit of the doubt here. Austin Kinder. You said you worked 2 hours on this. I'm going to give you the spotlight. Let's see what you got. Trout, Yelich, Bellinger, Betts, Rendon, Arenado, Bregman, Cole, DeGrom. I got a problem with Cole. Ahead of DeGrom again. Top 10, interesting. Don't agree with it completely, but there's nothing egregious. Scherzer at 11, Verlander at 12. There's Ketel Marte again. Like 13 feels to be the spot that everyone likes him at. That's way too high, trust me. Especially when you have Lindor at 14. Why is Lindor not a top 10 player in people's list? What did he do to make you say he's not a top 10 player anymore? Oh, I got such a problem with that. I really do. That's the one that's really driving me crazy. How is Lindor not top 10 in multiple lists? Strasburg, Simeon, Harper, Donaldson. I'm okay with this list. Suarez a little high. Realmuto below Pete Alonso. I think that's pretty interesting. But for the most part, I mean, Glaber should probably be higher than 40. I think that's a little bit low for him. But honestly, for the most part, I don't disagree with this list. It feels weird that you threw Kirby Yateson and Hendricks both together at the back end of it, but they were the 2 best relievers in baseball this year, so I get it. Overall, you left Francisco Lindor out of the top 10. That's my big problem with a lot of lists, but it's not too bad. Good job. All right, so at NYY Diamond, he has had some hot takes for sure. I've seen him tweet at me a few times where I go, I don't know about you. Let's take a look at his list. So we got Trout, we got Betts, we got Yelich, we got Judge at 4. Not based on how he's played the last few years. Do I think he could potentially be a top 5 player? Yes, but right now, no. Rendon, Chapman, Marte. What is with Marte getting the love? And you know who's left off the top 10 again? Francisco Lindor. How? How is Francisco Lindor left off the top 10? Who is feeding this nonsense into your head that he's not a top 10 player? Because he's without a doubt a top 10 player. It's literally just wrong if you don't have him in the top 10. Incorrect. Cole is not better than DeGrom. No, stop it. You're a Yankee fan. I clearly see your bias there. I'm going to flip the script and call someone else biased now because you had Judge at 4 and Cole at 11 ahead of DeGrom. No. Springer 13, Arenado 14. Arenado's top 10. Arenado is a top 10 player. Stop it. Oh my God. Bryant is at 16. Lindor at 17. On what planet? Look at the numbers the last 2 years, please. Do some research. Lindor, 17. Chris Bryant ahead of him. Oh my God. Oh my God. Okay. All right. Let's calm down. Let's keep on looking at this list. Acuna, Verlander, Simeon, Bogarts, Harper, Martinez, Cruz. A little high for the DHs. Matt Olson, Chris Sale, DJ LeMahieu. I'm sorry, Grandal. Grandal is going to be ahead of Realmuto. Realmuto's down at number 39. 10 spots ahead. Definitely. If you're going to have Grandal at 29, you got to have Realmuto at like 30 or 31. You can't have it be a 10-spot difference. Oh my God. Hold on. Mitch Garver ahead of JT Realmuto? I'm gonna do that one meme? Are you serious? No! No! You can't. There's just no world where Mitch Garver's a better catcher than JT Realmuto. We're not doing Rick and Morty alternate universes here. This is the planet Earth that we're currently living on. He's not better. Michael Brantley at 35? No. No, no, no. Bias at 34 is crazy low. Max Muncy at 33 is a little high. Stanton, Morton, Meadows, Mancini. Mancini had a really good year. Not top 50 in my eyes. Patrick Corbin, again, not top 50 in my eyes. There's a lot of pitchers that you're listing Patrick Corbin ahead of that deserve to be on this list. Bueller, Albies, Snell, Hader, Glasnow. Yeah, Glasnow can't make the top 50 either. This was not a good list. This is not a good list. You had some spots where you were right, and then you had some spots where you make me go, no. All right, at Brazil Nationals, you're going to be the last ranking of the video. Please don't let me down and give me a good one to end it. Trout, Betts, Bellinger, Yelich, Bregman, great start. Judge, 6, no. But it's okay. I'm not going to get mad. I'm going to keep faith. You're putting Cole ahead of DeGrom again, but at least you have Lindor in there in the top 10, so we're all right. And you just want a group of pitchers, Cole, DeGrom, Scherzer, Verlander. That's fine. I don't agree, but it's fine. Arenado outside the top 10. Oh, no, you did it. You did it. And then you have Simeon and Marte. You did it. You did it. You did it. There's the common theme of today's video. Lindor's not a top 10 player, which he gave credit to. Arenado's not a top 10 player. Ketel Marte and Marcus Simeon are way too high. Trevor Story? No. If you're going to put Simeon at 14, where Story's better. Story's better. Acuna, Soto, Bryant. Bryant's a little high in my opinion. Harper. I have some problems with this list, but it doesn't make me too mad. So a decent one to end the video with. Went through, looked at a bunch of your guys' rankings. I gave you my opinions. I love for you guys now to give your opinions on your peers' rankings. Let them know in the comments down below what you think about them. If you like this kind of video from the channel, something new, something different, let me know as well in the comments, as well as leaving a like. That's the best way to show me that you like me doing this kind of reacting stuff on here. Remember, subscribe to the channel if you're new and you enjoy the content. Join the team, click that sub button. If you want to get involved in videos like these next time, Twitter, Instagram, GiraffeNeckMarc, follow me over there. I'll post when I'm doing this kind of stuff. Your guys' rankings are a little bit crazy, and now it makes me feel better as to why you disagree with me, because some of you, I'm sorry, you just don't know baseball that well. I don't know what planet you're living on, but you're watching a different game than everybody else. And then there's a bunch of you out there who really do know your stuff, so props to you. Gonna wrap up the video there. That was a lot of fun to make. I hope you guys did enjoy it. You guys know the drill. YouTube recommends you watch this video right here, as well as this is my most recent upload, so click through those if you have not yet seen them. Thank you so much for watching, and I'll catch you guys all tomorrow for another video. Bye.